Good evening, Australia. Welcome to another Psychic TV International live Saturday night show. I was about to say Thursday, but my brain's elsewhere tonight. How are we all doing? It's been a very interesting couple of weeks. We did just sort of recently celebrate the Lunar New Year, which was, I believe, the 29th or 28th of January, which was last Wednesday, a week or two ago. So we're kind of I know Harry spoke about it last week. For those that are wondering, of course, this isn't Harry. This is your beautiful Michael. You got my beautiful face tonight. Hi, Andrew. Good to see you in the thread. And we're going to speak a little bit about the Lunar New Year tonight. I'm going to ask my guest psychics what they feel or if they even celebrate or what their sort of views are on that. It is the year of the wood snake this year, but as Harry sort of mentioned, I believe it was Harry last year, maybe last week, maybe I dreamt it, I don't know, but I know he mentioned that he doesn't really sort of celebrate or start the new year until the Lunar New Year. So it's like the actual January 1st New Year is like the pre-warm up kind of thing. And then we get into the Lunar New Year where things really start to kick off. So I know I've definitely sort of felt the energy shift, and it's really exciting to see where it's going to go for the rest of this year. So for those sort of wondering or feeling a bit stagnant or wondering what's going on, just know that we're technically only like a week or two into the new year. So hopefully that makes you feel maybe a little bit better. But we do have two beautiful, amazing psychics on tonight who do want to answer your questions that you might have. We have Miss Psychic D and Remo both going to come on very soon for a chat. So if you would like a free mini reading tonight, like and share this page and then add your question. But make sure when you do post your question that you do mention like and shared and your question. For example, like and shared, will I move house soon? Please be specific with your questions as well. The more direct you can ask the question, the better and faster the response is going to be for you. So try and avoid too many generic questions. It just gives you a bit of more of a better outcome, basically. Otherwise, we're here to have a bit of fun, a bit of a chat. Anything's possible, especially with me hosting. So put your kids away and let's enjoy tonight. It's going to be a great show. We do have some amazing psychics online. So if you did want a more detailed, permanent, guaranteed sort of reading, you can go to psychictvinternational.com. We have Amanda Mystic Auras available on 9134, Amazing Grace on 9888, Janae on 9128, Leslie, the amazing Leslie on 9116, Mystical L on 9151, and Natalie Norm Baker on 9810, available to take your call right now. But of course, we're here to answer any questions that you might have. It is something special next week. I'm not someone who celebrates this, but it is Valentine's Day next week. So we might have a bit of a discussion around that as well. I'm single, but even when I'm in a relationship, it's not something that every day should be a celebration of love, but that is coming up as well. And there's an energy around that as well. So a lot happening energetically at the moment, including the developing of our first full moon for the year as well. So a lot going on, but let's kick things off with our first psychic, Miss Psychic D. Welcome.
Good evening.
Good
How are you?
evening. Good. Happy New Year to you.
Oh, same to you.
I think we've
I,
spoken, but anyway, do you celebrate the Lunar New Year at all? Or?
no, I don't.
No.
It's actually funny that you mentioned the
Next
energy. I
question.
do the energy side of
Yeah.
life. So linearly and traditions and stuff, I don't influence my energy with that. I work purely with energy.
Do
So
you notice those energy shift with that at all?
absolutely, it's really heightened at the moment. So a lot of anxiety. A lot of people are getting anxious. Um, I
Why do you think
know.
that is?
Sorry? Oh,
Why do
because
you
it's a
think that
really
is?
big shift that's coming in. And my prediction for the collective is if you can do the energy work to sort of clear out your mind and set your intention, especially with the full moon coming, and really take time to be by yourself maybe and to reflect. I think it's around the 23rd, I'm predicting that we're going to have a massive, beautiful rush of energy, which will catch us as we move forward. So.
Beautiful, something to put into your diaries. But in the meantime, remind us how you work as a psychic and what kind of questions you would like to know.
Sure. I'm not an advertised medium, so mediumship questions are probably off my forte tonight. But I am a psychic life coach, so I've got the ability to tap into spirit, ask them the question, and yeah, they'll get the viewer will get the answer directly from spirit for their highest good. So my forte is law of attraction and personal development. So if people are really feeling stuck tonight, they want to take advantage of, can we just rip this Band-Aid off and just give me an answer so I can move forward? I'm your girl.
Beautiful, beautiful. I like that. Let's bring on Remo. How are you going? Welcome to the stage.
Hello, Michael. Hello, Danielle. How you guys
Hello,
going?
Remo.
How's everything going? Do you celebrate the Lunar New Year at all?
I'm the same as Danielle. No, not particularly, but I have to say, sometimes you just realize there's an energy shift, and then you just get a reminder, oh, okay, there is a Lunar New Year. And I believe it is about change. I believe change is probably the only constant thing that we have in our lives, but with change comes that energy shift. And I feel people feel it because it's new energy, it's fresh energy. And sometimes, we can just get caught up in everyday life and we're not really aware of that shift, and all of a sudden it can creep up on us. We just get that sudden energy change. So I feel it is important to be aware of shifts, within the solar system, within the earth, within the energy, because it is all connected, and ultimately it flows back to us. But yeah, I feel it's about change and acknowledging change and working with that.
Well, it's interesting. So I 100% agree with you, because I don't sort of celebrate the Lunar New Year as such. I celebrate the energy shift, but then I also celebrate every full moon, because every full moon there's an energy shift as well.
Yes.
Funny about the change and the shifts that you're talking about, because when you actually are looking at the year of the wood snake and the Chinese New Year and the Lunar New Year sort of symbolism and things, it is all about, this year is all about rebirth and that sort of energy. And I just personally, because I'm talking about myself, is that I have hit the full reset this year. I'm back living at home, looking for a new career, looking for a new love, and I'm so okay. It's not like, oh, I'm unemployed living at home as a negative. It's actually like, I'm so excited to be in my position right now because of the opportunities that can come as a result.
Yes,
so
exactly.
I'm definitely sensing the rebirth energy in the air at the moment.
Yeah, no, that's very
absolutely.
very
I pulled a few cards before I jumped on for the collective here anyway, that we'll jump on, and all I kept hearing was new, 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 new. So if you're asking for new, we've got to release the old so that new can come in.
Definitely. So Remo, how do you work as a psychic, and what type of questions would you like tonight?
Okay, well, I'm pretty much open to whatever people would like to ask. I am a psychic medium, so a session with me would generally consist of psychic and mediumship, usually, but also spiritual development related questions if people are having experiences or starting to have an awakening, as it's called. People are more than welcome to ask those sort of questions tonight as well.
Okay.
I find that they're quite interesting because, if you're having an experience, often many other people are having a very similar one. So I'm pretty much open to whatever people are happy to
whatever
ask.
comes through. Beautiful. All right, well, let's get this show on the road. So thank you to everyone that is tuning in tonight. Remember to like and share, and when you do ask your question, it is important that you write like and share with your question. That's just the only rule we have for a free mini reading, so not a lot to ask for. I'm going to give Danielle, Miss Haki D, your first question for the night from Lisa. Could I please have someone... Well, I'm not doing readings tonight, but thank you anyway. But you've got Miss Haki D, who's amazing. Please tell me what day I may get my new car.
Okay. I'm hearing March. I don't specifically work with specific days per se, because I'm an energy reader. So it's all going to be dependent on the energy of the person as to whether they're focused on the absence of their car, or, whether it's actually on its way or anything like that. But with the car question, I'm seeing a red car and I'm hearing possibly the end of March, Lisa. So you do have a new car coming in. I'm not sure whether you're getting like an all-wheel drive kind of vehicle, but it's a little bit of a big... I actually see like it being Jeep shaped. I'm not a car girl, but it is kind of square and a little bit bigger. And but I keep hearing the end of March for your new car. So what day? That's up to the universe.
That's up to spirit, definitely. Thank you for that. Okay, Remo, I'm going to give you... torn between these two people, but I'm going to just go with spirit. Sharan. I am terrible with names, so I do apologize in advance. Don't take it personally. She has asked, is there anything that comes through from my husband?
Okay. Hello, Sharan. Okay, that's interesting because, you know, when I came on, I was talking about change and embracing change and new energy, and that's what I'm getting coming through. I'm seeing like it's like a wave of energy, and you're riding this wave, and it's different, and it's changing, and it's ever evolving. And you know, struggles, sometimes we do kind of struggle a little, and we do flounder a little, but that is just about that is purely an adjustment period, I find, to getting used to new energy. I'm also, is there a move coming up? Because if there is something, if you are planning that, I'm seeing that as well. But with that, it is about focusing on what's coming rather than what's being left behind. And it's probably, I'm feeling it's about acknowledging the past in order to move forward. But there's a very supportive energy as I read your question, as I focus on your name. There's a very supportive energy. I feel you're very supported, very uplifted. But it's about change, working with change, and you know, not having fixed expectations of things, because then sometimes if it doesn't go exactly the way that we imagined it, that can create a bit of a stumbling block. So just keeping a bit of an open mind, having a plan, but not 100% rigid. That's what I get. I hope that makes sense. Thank you.
I love that. I actually really love that. And I think there's definitely going to be a solid theme tonight when it comes to change and rebirth and renewal and all that kind of stuff.
I think so.
And like what you said, Remo, you know, I always say, if you have no expectations, you can't be disappointed. So I think that goes on what you were saying about, you know, it sort of just let it happen, let it flow.
Yeah. I mean, we all play a part in our actions. I mean, we have free will, but yeah, you can't really lock yourself into something which is completely rigid, because then you're setting yourself up to quite possibly not getting exactly what you thought.
What you want, which is why I don't believe in New Year's resolutions. For that reason, I don't do New Year's resolutions, because you put all that pressure on yourself, and when you give things deadlines and timeframes, and then it just leads to disappointment. And so people... Yeah, and it's hard to sort of change the mentality around that sometimes, because people are like, it's important to have goals, definitely, and it's good to have things. But it's finding that fine line between the expectation of dates and timeframes and just let it also happen. If it doesn't happen, that's okay too, you know? It will happen when it's meant to.
Yeah.
So I think, something to think about. People forget that. So I like that. I really resonated with that reading. All right, Psychic D, I'm going to give you Cheryl. She's asking, what energy do you see for me over the next year?
All right, Cheryl. I think there's going to be a rebirth in your romance department. They're showing me more emotional fulfillment when it comes to your connections. I'm not sure of your relationship status, but I am seeing a King of Cups here. So I think you are going through rebirth. Spirit's main encouragement for you at the moment, Cheryl, is to self-love, self-care, maybe mother yourself a little bit more. You may be a bit of a people pleaser, or do a lot for others. But I'm actually seeing overseas travel coming in for you, especially when you sort of... I just feel really emotional when I tap in your energy, so it throws me off a little bit. But Spirit wants you to know that if you've gone through emotionally troubled waters, you are going to head into more emotionally fulfilling times, but it's going to take a lot of self-love, self-care. And if there's something that you want to launch or change or shift into, something that's new, they'd love for you to nurture that, because I feel like there's a seed that's been planted energetically. It hasn't yet been watered, but it has the potential to really change your life this year. And April, May seems to be very significant with that. So enjoy the love and the connections that are coming in. I feel like you're going to get, just a lot more emotionally peaceful, which bring that on. We could all do with some of that.
Bring that on. I mean, do you have some feeling change would... Oh, no, sorry. Ignore that. I did see some actual feedback from you. Here it is from Lisa. Thank you so much. Sorry, I've said red and all wheel originally. You said that along with end of Jan Feb. I've started the process of buying a car, but it is blue.
All right.
Colours change. Maybe you're colourblind. No, I'm joking.
Energy changes too. This is the thing. Energy changes too. So.
And I did see a feedback for you, Remo. And for the life of me, I don't know where down the list it's just gone. But that's okay. It'll show up. The questions are coming in thick and fast. So production, for those that are probably unaware and probably uninterested, but I'm going to tell you anyway. Production start all the feedbacks and questions in order for me to go down the list. So when I see something, it's start, but I've got to go down the list to try and find it. So I saw it, but there's so many coming in, which is great question-wise, that I will find it while I give you the next question, which is from one of our regulars, Veronica. Which should I do? Please help. Which should I do? Self-guided tour of Portugal and Greece, or should I go with a tour group? Would appreciate any help, and which would be more cost-effective for me.
Okay. Hello, Veronica. I'm actually, to be honest, I'm actually feeling a bit of both. I'm feeling your energy is like you like to get settled, you like to get comfortable. So I feel if you went into the holiday with just a self-guided 3-4 days, a few days, do your own thing and relax and look around and just really, I feel that, you mentioned those two countries, and I feel with travel, everywhere that we travel, I feel it activates something within us. I feel we encounter new energy, new people, new experiences, and I feel it activates something within us all. So there's probably a reason you're drawn to those two places. But I'm seeing a bit of both. I'm seeing start out by yourself, and I feel that will ease you in and get you relaxed, and then do a tour, and that will get you to, there's a lot of places that you're able to get into quicker and easier if you've got that kind of group with you. There's something else here as well. Is this like over a 3-week period or maybe a 4-week period? I'm seeing it's a reasonably long holiday. So I feel you have the opportunity to make sense. Thank you.
Perfect. You kind of cut out there for me for a little bit, Remo. Did you want to maybe finish just the last little bit that you said? I don't know if it cut out for anyone else, but just in case.
Okay. I was saying
long, and then it kind of cut off after long.
It cut off. Okay. So yeah, I was saying, I don't know if it's a long holiday over a period of maybe 3 or 4 weeks. But I'm certainly seeing both. I'm seeing a bit of self-guided and then a bit of a tour thing happening, because I feel it'll give you time to ease in to the holiday, do your own thing, and that energy activation I feel is quite important for you. You're actually quite a spiritual person. As I say that, my chakras are like activating heart, solar plexus, throat. The throat chakra actually needs to be more active. So I feel this holiday will be good for you just to reconnect with self. So I feel doing the self-guided thing will allow you to reconnect with self. And that longer holiday that I feel is about activation of energy, because I feel we do activate other parts of us as we travel and come into contact with different energy in different places. So thank you, Veronica.
Perfect. I love that. I got goosebumps as you said that. I like that.
Me too.
I've never left it. I'm 37. I don't own a passport. I haven't left the country yet, which is a bit of surprise, random facts about me. So I feel like this is the year for that.
Get on top of it. Yeah.
Time to see the world.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be far away, Michael. It doesn't have to be a long trip. Yeah, I think you're right. I think this would be the year.
It's the year. Yeah, I've seen all of Australia, except for Ayers Rock. I've seen the entire, and I'm talking like all regional, like all corners of the earth, of Australian. Yeah, so I've definitely got that background experience, and I've seen our backyard for what it really is like, the good and the bad. But now it's time to cross the water, even though I can't swim. Another random fact, because you all need to know. All right, I'm gonna give you Gayleen because I accidentally brought it up before, thinking it was feedback. So her question to you is, definitely feeling change. Would love to know anything new on my path.
Yeah, we're going to get a lot of the same messages coming out tonight.
There's a theme.
Gayleen, there's something about you standing your ground on something. So if you know something or you feel convicted in something, Spirit is saying, please stand your ground. This could be something that comes up for you or something that you may have recently had to do. But that I feel like stand up for myself because there's karmic rewards on the other end of it. So this is a massive time for everybody when it comes to self-awareness and personal resilience and not settling and not being and everything got to do with our value and our integrity and what we deserve and all that sort of stuff. I'm seeing some type of windfall that's coming in for you as well. But you'll get a financial windfall on the other end of you sticking up for yourself or standing your ground on something. I don't like to predict in legal or medical stuff. So the reason why they're not giving me too much on that is probably it could be a legal thing. I don't know. But there's something about you standing your ground, money or financial value coming to you, and then you being able to either spend it on your property or go for a bit of a trip yourself. But if you're worried about how you're feeling emotionally, you're going to start feeling better as well. So bring on the end of February for the collective.
I was about to say, for everyone.
Yeah.
Thank God it's a shorter month. So, you know, that's positive too.
Yeah.
It is it 28 days this year or 20?
20
is it a leap year? Do we know? It's
We'll
something.
No,
I don't know why I just thought, is it 28 or
28 days this year?
I don't even know what the date is today.
Yes, neither do I actually. 28 production just said 28. Okay, cool. 28 days. There you go. So really there's only 20 days left because today's the 8th. So March is going to come. I always find February is like a blink and miss it kind of month because it is just weird. You know, if it's like 30 days, 20 days, 40 days, like it kind of, and then all of a sudden it's March. So it's like, oh, okay, that happened. So, you know, all righty. Thank you for your questions, everyone. They're coming in thick and fast, so we are really grateful. There's definitely a theme tonight, but I can even feel it. It's like in the background. I don't know if the two of you can feel this, but there is like this real boost of like positivity, or there's excitement and almost anxiety, but like a good anxiety. Like that's what I'm feeling.
Yeah.
Especially the empaths, especially those who are going through their ascension. If they're not educated, they kind of mistake it for negative anxiety when it's actually that future energy rush feeling. It's really very difficult for empaths.
Yeah, definitely. All right, Remo, I'm going to give you Kathy. So she's asked, just wondering if there is my late mum aware that my sister is not well at the moment and if she will help her through this.
Okay. Hello, Kathy. Well, yes, she would definitely be aware, 100%. I'm actually feeling a wave of emotion as I tune into this question and blend with your energy here. So your late mum, I'm feeling cared for her mum when she wasn't well. So I'm seeing that your late mum was quite empathic and just a very nurturing, a very loving person. So I'm feeling that she's cared for someone, and I'm feeling it was her mum. So I'm feeling a similar energy with you. I'm feeling it's a little bit difficult at times as well to juggle everything. And, you know, if you feel like you're doing things by yourself, know that you're never by yourself. There's always someone there. If not in the physical, there's always someone there in the spiritual. And certainly mum is around you. So, yes, she's aware, 100%. And I just feel a lot of support. I just feel sort of the next 2-3 months, there will be a lot of support given to you physically and spiritually as well. But I just feel the connection with mum, having cared for somebody. You're doing a similar thing, and I feel that's being acknowledged by mum. Yeah, that's what I'm picking up. Thank you.
Beautiful, beautiful. And I've got some feedback too from Veronica for you, Remo. Thank you so much. What you were saying about the self-guide will be great for me, so I'll do a bit of both. Definitely valuable advice. I think, yeah, 100%. So thank you for that, Veronica. Psychic D, I'm going to give you... Oh, this is a nice, easy one for you. From Joe, will I have a holiday in Australia this year?
All right, Joe. I instantly got told 2026. So as soon as I asked your question.
And the time right now is 2026. Anyway, just pointing that out.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
That's synchronicity.
I just saw that as you said that. I'll shut up now.
That's all right. No, that's awesome. They're showing me you possibly traveling with someone, partnering up with someone, going traveling with someone. I keep hearing the word Victoria, so you may be heading to Victoria. If I don't know where you are aiming for, but Spirit would love. I feel like I need to open up my heart space because I'm trying to get, because I'm an energy reader. I can pick up on, especially with my clairsentience, how you're probably feeling, and I feel a little bit heavy in my chest. So Spirit would love for you to maybe do some heart activation or to open up your chest if you're like me and you kind of like that all the time. There's just something about you protecting yourself maybe as well. It's going to be a self-protection thing. But you do have a little bit to work on this year when it comes to allowing experiences and allowing finances and allowing opportunities to come to you. But you will definitely be going, I would say, in the first 6 months of 2026.
Okay. Perfect.
Yeah.
I like it. I literally, it's funny. I just, as soon as you said the number 2026, for some reason I looked, I've got like on the top right corner is my obviously little time on my computer, and it just turned to 2026 as you said that.
So I'm like, Google that and see what that number means, because that means something.
Yeah. And I thought I just had to say that because as you said the number, I saw the time. I thought there's validation there.
I love it. Synchronicity.
Yeah. I don't know. Anyway, moving right along. Remo, I'm going to give you another one of our lovely, beautiful regulars, Nita, who is asking you, would love any messages or guidance from my heavenly son, Michael, please. Good name.
Okay. Hello, Nita. Okay, I'm also, straight away as I look at your name, I feel quite a spiritual person with you as well. I feel you're quite connected with self. And I feel you do get signs, you do get messages, not just from your son, but I feel you get messages from quite a few people in spirit. And if I was to feel into that and just go with what I feel I want to say to you, that would be, keep doing that, keep being true to who you are, just keep connected with self. I'm feeling a few things that may be sort of distracting you and taking you off the path that keeps you being true to self. That's the main message that I'm getting here from this energy. So it's very important to be true to self, because then I'm getting your solar plexus and your heart chakra, if those two are in alignment, then the throat chakra is going to speak what is actually meant to be spoken, because often people will say words, but those words aren't really what they mean. They're not coming from that true self within. They're trying to maybe keep the peace or make someone else happy, but at the moment for you, it is about being true to who you are and therefore speaking your truth. And also, is there a dog in spirit with you? Is there a family dog in spirit? Because as I'm finishing up, I'm seeing like a dog in spirit, and that dog is so jumping up and down, literally the happiest dog that I've ever seen, or the happiest dog I've seen for a long time. So with that, I get a message of having fun. Don't forget to have fun. life can be hard, yes, but we've always got to make some time to have fun, because that'll also help keep you truer to who you are. So thank you, Nita.
Couldn't have said it better myself. That was, beautifully said, Remo. Thank you for that.
Thank you.
Kelly, I'm just going to do a shout out to you. Good to see you in the thread. I know there's a few of you saying hello. I'm trying to work down the list and say hello and get questions and stuff. So if I missed you, it's not, don't take it personally. The love is there. But Kelly has asked, and it's got me thinking too, because I mentioned about I haven't visited Uluru, but is it Uluru or Ayers Rock? What's the appropriate name? Because I forget.
Uluru.
It is Uluru, isn't it?
Yeah, it used to be Ayers Rock, I remember as a child growing up.
Yeah, and now it is. Yeah, okay. I just wanted to confirm that because, the last thing is, getting that wrong. Just out of respect, it's good to acknowledge it as for the right land. So it is Uluru. I thought so. Beautiful. And for those that are wanting a more detailed reading, we do have Psychics online through psychictvinternational.com. We have Kat on pin 9803, who's actually on a call right now, so she is unavailable, obviously. But we do have Amanda on 9134, Amazing Grace on 9888, Benjamin on 9166, Janae on 9128, Leslie Medium on 9116, Natalie Norm Baker on 9810. If you would like a guaranteed reading right now in more details. Of course, the fun is happening over here in the live, and we have a question for Miss Psychic D. Thank you for all your questions that are coming through. This is, more of an energy type question for you. My son from Sue. My son has recently moved back home with me. Just wondering how he will fit in down here with his new support workers. Will he get suitable work?
Absolutely. This is the best decision that you guys have done together as a family unit. He's coming into brand new beginnings. The next 4 to 6 weeks are going to be very, very significant. They want me to just reassure you. They literally want me to put my hand on your shoulder and go, it's all good, Mum. We know we worry about our children and stuff like that. But he's actually very intuitive himself. I feel like if he does have any struggles, I think he picks up on energies really sensitively as well. So that could actually affect his emotions and his behaviors regardless. But either which way, he's definitely left the past behind. They just told me some type of traineeship or some type of, it could be just a new beginning because I'm reading the energy of it. But yeah, someone's going to take him under their wing. I do see it being a masculine. And when this all starts unfolding, it's going to be such a weight off your mind and off your chest. So everything's going smoothly. Everything's going to come together just nicely. But I would really have a look and see how intuitive he is, because he may struggle a little bit with that, if I'm honest. So
especially if he's not sure that he maybe even is.
I think he's been like that for a very long time, and just it's been sort of misdiagnosed, I suppose, if you could say. Yeah.
Always is.
I
was one of those.
Me too. I'm bipolar.
He's talking for himself. Not really.
No, not really. But yeah,
I'm talking to someone. You just can't see them.
That's right.
Which doesn't help the doctors. They're just like, get this guy a straitjacket. So,
no.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to give you, Remo, I'm going to give you a friend of ours. And I know I'm going to get this pronunciation. I can't even say the word. Pronunciation. Use your words, Michael. Of this beautiful lady, Majori. She has asked, I'm divorced and keep dreaming about my former husband. The dream is, it's a secret from everyone, platonic, and we are always planning to meet somewhere. I suppose she hasn't really sort of asked what she's wanting from, but I suppose what do you sort of get from that?
I feel something straight away with that. Hello, Marjorie. How are you?
Marjorie.
Yeah, I feel, there's often talk about, not dwelling in the past, and the past is the past, and leave it behind, and all that sort of thing. And yes, that's true to an extent. We need to be present. We need to plan ahead a little bit. But sometimes if we revisit the past after a period of time, when our mind is clear, our energy is clear, we've had time to think and settle, we can realize things that we didn't realize before. So I feel there's some unresolved issues there. I mean, it's easy to say with an ex-partner, but I feel, sometimes maybe there are always unresolved issues, but the issue is they shouldn't prevent you moving forward. You should be comfortable with what's happened. You need to get, and it's a process, but you need to get into a more comfortable space with what's happened. So I feel that these dreams, or that dream that persists, is wanting to take you over the path, to revisit that path, because there's something that's been overlooked. So, like if, for example, if something happens to you when you're age 20, it'll impact you a certain way. But then if you revisit that event when you're 40 in your mind, then you'll realize things that you didn't realize when you were 20. So that's what I'm getting. So it is about revisiting the past, but not dwelling in the past, learning from it. And it is about having your energy in a comfortable state in order to move forward. So when you can, there's a little analogy that I like to use, where we're all a walking library, and when we can comfortably take our experiences and catalog them in the library comfortably, and we know where they are, but they don't trigger us, then we've reached a comfortable state, and then we can go back and access those thoughts and experiences if we need to, in order to help us or to help others. So I hope that makes sense, Marjorie. Thanks.
Thank you. It made sense to me. Jesus, I was like, tell me
I can
more.
listen to you all day, Remo.
I really, I was just thinking, like, keep talking.
I'll put you to sleep. I'll put you both to sleep.
Do you do meditation?
Quite opposite.
No, I feel like you, do you have books or anything that you've shared your wisdom, or anything that you've shared?
You mean written stuff?
Yeah, like have you read any books, or do you have cards, or do you, because I feel like you've got a lot to say, and I don't know.
I haven't put anything out as yet, but it is something that I am thinking about, definitely. Yeah.
Don't think about it, do it.
Yeah, something that I've got in the works, but nothing is.
You've got me. Yeah, I'm a buyer.
Thanks.
Me too.
Okay, I'll hold you to that. Thank you.
Yeah, I'll hold you to that, Remo. I'll make sure. Like, no, I feel like generally, like, this is coming from heart. Like, I feel like, and you know this as well, there's a lot there to, I think you've lived a lot, you've experienced a lot, but the way you, just the tone, that the way you deliver it is so relatable that I think a lot of people will benefit from what you have to say. So definitely make that a goal this year, or at least get the process going. That's what I'm hearing anyway.
Thank you. And I think what you've just said, Michael, adds to the reading. It is about experiences, and that's how we learn, and that's how the wisdom comes. Because you can read a book, and this is also for Marjorie as well. You can read a book, but if you experience something firsthand, it's completely different.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. I'm like, another random fact about me, I'm a writer myself. I'm a screenwriter for the film industry. And I've grown and worked, I write on personal experiences. Before it was more generic kind of thing, but now it's like, unless I've lived it, I won't write about it, because it doesn't, it's not real, not, it doesn't come across on the page that way. So I totally, what you said is 100%. We write on personal experiences. That's how we get the best work. So
I'm the same. I say to people, I just teach through the clarity of my own example. Yeah, I got spirit helping and stuff like that, but words are just words, It's the experiences that teach.
Yeah, and that's why I think certain people go to certain readers, psychics, mediums, whatever. I feel there's an energy attraction, because the experiences 100%. That Danielle's had and Michael's had and I've had are all different, but the right people.
Absolutely.
God, I feel inspired tonight. I'm feeling really good. Hopefully our viewers are as well.
Yes, I hope so. Yes.
You both just have such calming, beautiful energies. Like, I could just sit here and just listen, honestly. But I do have some work to do, finding another question. So for you, Psychic D, I'm going to give you the beautiful Sue. Good evening, beautiful people. Can I please have a general reading? I feel this year is going to be most amazing year for me. Of course it is. Anything would be appreciated.
Miss Sue. I don't know whether you've got to move in the works, or you want to move. And if it's not move, there's definite travel. And I'm seeing this around July of this year. that Spirit wants you to stick up for yourself a little bit more as well. Tap into that resilience. There's something that's emotionally holding you back. I have to say that. But another thing I'm seeing coming in for you is once you sort of step into your masculine energy just a little bit, just this, I'm hearing, I do it my way. When you sort of start really taking control of your own destiny and take the driver's wheel, because I literally want to feel like I'm in a go-kart right now. There's a masculine that wants to come in and actually help support you. Because I'm an energy reader, I never say look outside of yourself to have experiences and stuff like that. But I feel like there's a masculine energy that's going to step forward for you. I do see like this will start off as a real nice friendship first. I think you may go traveling with this energy in the second half of the year. But at this point in time, it's about maybe addressing some of the emotional stuff that you may still be holding on to and empowering that a little bit, just transmute and alchemize that and start calling this in. You're calling it in anyway, but you are completing a cycle, but I still need to look at myself just a little bit more, just to do some energy tweaking as to why am I pinching myself off from that, or why, especially there's something with my thoughts too. Why am I thinking like this? It could be just with the mindset as well. But in the positive news, you're not going to be anyone's doormat anymore. You go, girlfriend. You have a masculine energy that wants to step forward and walk this path with you. So giddy up.
Beautiful. I love that. Very uplifting. And you have had some feedback from Sue, so thank you. It's taken a load off my mind. I feel he's empathetic. He feels energy from other people, but unfortunately sees it as a curse, not a gift. It is great to know that he will be with the right people moving forward. Yeah, I think that's most important.
He definitely will. So that's 2 Sues I've read for tonight too.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
There you go. And Remo, you've got Gayleen, who's going to buy your book, and Christine, who's going to buy your book. But you've also got feedback from... We're just going to plug a book that hasn't... You know what? This is how manifestation works.
Yeah.
This time next year, we'll actually have a book to plug.
Stop looking.
No pressure.
Yeah. No pressure at all, because it'll happen. Nita has also said, thank you so much, Remo. I can resonate with everything that you've said about my connections to spirit. And yes, I need to be true to myself and be open to speak my truth. And she said, yes, I do have a dog in heaven. He was very happy and a gentle dog.
Lovely.
So thank you. Spot on.
That is...
Yeah, and Nita is, I know Nita personally, she's quite a spiritual person as well. So definitely we'll take that on board. I'm going to give you... one of our regulars, she's asked a few questions, so she's asked the question a few times, so I know she's quite keen to get on. But it's quite an interesting question. So she's asked, was looking forward to this all week, so you're welcome. Has my son got an imaginary friend, or is this something sinister? And will I pass the test that's coming up? So kind of 2 questions there, but just see what you get.
Okay, no worries. Hello, Regan. Thanks for joining us. Now, let's start with your son. I feel your son is quite talented and quite multi-talented, I want to say. I feel he's capable of doing a lot of different things. His energy feels like it's here, there, and everywhere, but not in a bad way. That's what I'm getting from that energy read. Like, he's very talented, very multi-talented. No, I don't feel anything negative. Sometimes, the unknown can be perceived as that because, we're talking about something spiritual, but we are physical beings. So the physical body can react to something which is non-physical, but it will react in a physical way. And fear is often, fear is an acronym for false evidence appearing real. So it's something that, is not sinister, but because it's unknown, it's kind of like safe mode, safeguard, body's putting up defenses. But I feel that is creative energy that needs to be released. But he hasn't found all the outlets or the right outlet. So it's pent up energy is what I'm feeling. It's need to be released. Like you know, sometimes you hear a songwriter will say, oh, I was sitting there and all of a sudden I grabbed a pen and paper and I wrote this song in 10 minutes and it's a worldwide hit. And it happens all the time, right? And I'm seeing a similar thing with your son. He needs to release this energy. He just needs to find things that make him happy, light him up, and release this energy. So no, I don't feel anything negative. And with your other part of the question, test. Yes, I do see a positive outcome there. I just feel, you know, release a bit of that. It's like you're holding onto a rope, which I understand, but just I feel you need to let go of that rope. I feel do everything that you can to prepare, and then sort of not too long before the test, just have a break from it. Just clear your mind, and everything that you've absorbed, everything that you've learned and thought about is going to be in there, ready to come when the time is right. But also I don't think you should set, I need to get, or I want to get 99% or 97%. Just go with it. I feel you will do really well. I feel you'll achieve the outcome that you need to achieve to get you where you want to be. So I hope that makes sense.
Perfect. Yeah. And it's like what we said earlier about the expectations and then being disappointed. It's like when you don't have them, it's just let it happen. So I think that resonates. Just let it happen.
Yeah, I feel the ability's certainly there, and you know the hard work's being put in as well, which they're the two ingredients really, and it's something
exactly.
That's all you need.
Correct. That's all you really need. Misaki D, you've got some feedback from Sue. She has said, where is it? There it is. As per usual, you make sense. Bring on the masculine. She has to say, I love this show. Thank you so much. And thank you for loving the show. And I don't know if you read for Galen, because my memory is as much of a fish. But today is my 28th Feb. Thank you. My birthday is the 28th of Feb, last day of the month. I'm in art class, but my style is much different to the teacher, so kind of to do my own thing. Can't remember who read for Galen. Did anyone?
I think it was Danielle.
I think it was me.
Yeah.
Okay. Someone. But anyway, that was the feedback. So Danielle, I'm going to give Saki D, I'm going to give you this one. I know you don't do tarot cards, but you'll understand the question. My spirit baby twins have been wanting me to learn tarot cards and readings. Will it help with my future?
Not feeling that's a modality for you, Andrew. I mean, I never sway anyone away from oracle cards themselves, because they can be a really good guide for you. I have to be honest and say, Andrew, I think there's still a little bit of an ego death that sort of needs to happen, because it's going to be very difficult. You can get the tools and you can use them, and that can always help you move forward. But there's something about you possibly going through an ego death soon. A lot of us are going through it at the moment, but they just said to me, you can use the tools to support yourself, but it's not a modality that you will probably pursue further down the track. So they're just saying to me, you're calling in something, and I'm going, what is it? What are you calling in? And they said they're calling in to be understood or to understand or something like that. But Andrew, can I just let you know that you do have some really good balance coming into your life? You are very unique and you are very gifted. Just feel like there's a bit of an anchor on my foot. But I don't go too much into that. Spirit just wants you to know that it's okay to start releasing some of maybe the burdens or the limiting thoughts about yourself or something like that. So there is balance definitely coming in for you. I feel like I need to ground you just a little bit. It could be an empath as well. You're feeling things emotionally that may not be yours. I'm an energy reader. I could be picking up something else, but use those tools as a guide by all means, but see you going towards something different. You more so need a personal development, like a men's shed or something around masculine energy. So
perfect. I love that. I love that. Thank you for that. I hope that helped resonate with you, Andrew. Rima, you've had some feedback from Kathy. My mum did care for her mum, and I cared for my mum up until she passed last year at the age of 99. I'm glad that my mum will be with my sister while she's in hospital. So thank you again for that. I'm going to move right along because I know we are starting to run out of time. So Stephanie has asked for you, Remo.
Sure.
How do you see my career moving over the next few weeks?
Okay. Hello, Stephanie. Okay, I certainly see it moving forward, but again, I feel it's new energy. I feel it is a bit of that theme coming in again. It is also about, work and career can be a little bit like relationships, but I mean, it is a relationship, just not with another person other than the people that you work with. But the actual job itself, can form habits, and we can have jobs that we don't like, jobs that we love. And then we go to the next job, and then sometimes we take some of those things with us. So I feel for you, it's about looking back and just thinking, okay, what's going to serve me from my previous jobs and previous experiences in this job moving forward, and what doesn't. And don't let it restrict you. All of a sudden, I feel like my chest is getting restricted. So I feel you need to put more of you into this job, because often jobs are presented with a title in a box, in a package. And if you just read the title, you straight away your mind thinks, oh, this must be that. It can't possibly be this, but it could be all of those things and many, many more. So I feel just put yourself into that job a little bit more. There's something there about people that you're working closely with. I feel you've got to be a little bit of a psychologist here and just sort of see how you can work. I'm feeling two people. I keep getting one, two, but I think it's two. Just see how you can work with those people, and it's about working with them. And they've also got to work with you. So I feel some open communication is needed. But I certainly feel it moving forward. So just think about what you may be carrying from other jobs. Hope that makes sense. Thanks.
Perfect. Yeah, definitely let go what no longer serves. That's important. I think you read for Reagan, Remo, and she's saying, thank you so much. I was worried my son's imaginary friend has been telling him to hurt us and telling him to do bad things. He's extremely talented and very smart. I, along with everyone that knows, he says he's so gifted, and with the test, that's actually what I thought. I am definitely holding on tight to that rope. I'm telling myself to release. So thank you so much. Spot on.
Thanks for that.
And Miss Psyche D, Andrew has just said, yes, I've been told to have to work with my new guides and others. Interesting stuff. Lots to learn there. I'm going to give you Mona L, I believe. This will be an interesting one for you because it's definitely energy based. So see what you come up with. I like to challenge you sometimes.
I like a challenge.
What is around me that is not helping me serve my highest good, as keeping me from my blessings?
Limiting thoughts. Yeah.
Next question. No, I'm joking.
And that's coming up for a lot for everybody generally anyway, but that's the first thing they said, and they got me to write. So I feel like it's time to maybe, if this isn't scripting more positive affirmations for yourself so you can start embodying this higher, more optimistic vibrational essence of you, it could be the fact, and I'm gonna recommend this to everyone leading up to this new moon next week, full moon, is to start writing a new script, a new life script. So the easiest way that anyone can do this, and Mona, I think this would be so crucial for you, is to sit and have a bit of a visualization and see visually where you see yourself in 3 months, 6 months, 12 months time. And if you can't really get a visual picture of that, just tap into the feeling of how you want to feel in 3, 6, 12 months, because the only time anybody wants anything is in life, in the physical world, is because of the feeling they'll get from having it. So if you've got a space, for me, it's USA, go in the powerhouse. But if you've got something specific, by all means, invest energy in that, but it's time to write a different story. It's only you holding you back, which is kind of a better thing than having other people around you holding you back. But it's still hard sometimes to get out of the moat, so we can get to the castle. So Yeah, affirmations, self scripts, positive self talk, and start projecting what it is that you do want. But you're pretty good. Your energy is pretty good.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, Remo, I'm going to give you probably your last reading for tonight because I've just
Sure.
realized we've just sped through this. Thank you to everyone. I just want to sort of point out, thank you to everyone that has asked tonight. There's been a influx of questions tonight, which is fantastic. We don't normally get this busy this often, but people are generally commenting saying how they're really loving the vibe of the show. They're really loving what they're learning from the show. So even though if you may not be read personally tonight, I still think people are gaining something, definitely, which is the feedback that we seem to be getting. So, you know,
Awesome.
Yeah, everyone's gaining something from tonight, which is fun. I've already learned a few things tonight, so I'm really grateful. So Remo, I'm going to give you your last one, and this is going to come from Tanya, more of a general. What's coming up in the next few months, please?
Okay. Hello, Tanya. I feel for you, Tanya. I want to follow on with what Michael was just saying about how, you know, not everyone got a reading, but in the messages that we've brought through tonight, there are a lot of things that can possibly resonate with a lot of other people and probably do. You know, I feel I'm getting the word roles. So I feel, you know, sometimes we're the teacher, sometimes we're the listener, sometimes we're the leader, sometimes we're the follower. But it's all about learning. It is all about what we need at that time. So for you, I get a sense that there's been busyness, and now I get a sense that there needs to be a bit of calmness. And with that calmness comes a space for listening and observing, because often we can learn a lot from listening and observing. And I feel you're in a situation where there's people around you, like you're in a group. Not sure if it's work related. I kind of feel it is, but I feel you're in a situation where there's a lot of discussion and a lot of talking and a lot of ideas and thoughts being thrown around. And I feel that's a good space for you to get a better feel for your energy, see what resonates with you, see what, you know, see how it feels for you. Does it feel good? Does it not feel good? Does it feel comfortable, uncomfortable? And I feel for you, it is over the next few months, I just feel you're stepping up onto the driving block. I feel like there's a shift in your energy coming. I feel a holiday in there somewhere. There is a bit of travel. I just feel like there's a lot of change, but it's a time for calmness. It's a time for listening. And that also means a time for learning. I hope that makes sense. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, perfect. All right, beautiful. Remo, is there anything that we haven't got a book to plug yet, but anything that you want to plug, anything that you want to talk about that's coming up for you?
No, I mean, if people want to book a reading with me, you know, they can find me on the Psychic TV international site. I'm on. I try and get on as often as I can, but certainly find me on there a few days a week from now on, anyway.
Perfect. Are you going to be logged on after tonight? Yes,
I will stay on for at least half an hour or so this evening, definitely. And I guess just a message maybe for everyone that was here, and that is that there is a lot of change, as we were saying in the beginning. And if you're feeling something new, you know, don't automatically think that it's something that you won't be able to handle, you won't be able to understand. It is about just breathing, being centered with self, just being at one with self as much as possible. Just 5 minutes a day is my policy of quietness, meditation, stillness, whatever works for you, a walk, whatever. And that will help us all embrace that energy of change, which is coming up. So thank you.
Beautiful. No, thank you. Miss Psychic D, same question. Anything coming up that you want to share?
If people want to be a little bit more spirit-led and want to live a more law of attraction-based lifestyle, head over to my YouTube channel. It's just Miss Psychic D, because I offer a lot of collective readings in the current energies as we move forward. So if anybody can't afford the help or support, I offer it for free over on there. I do have things coming up, but I've deactivated my social media just for a little bit because I'm working on things behind the scenes. So, yeah, but definitely over on my YouTube channel if people need support.
Perfect. Well, thank you to the two of you. It's been a truly magical, uplifting night. So thank you.
Thanks, Michael. Thank you. Nice to meet you, Remo.
Thank you, Danielle. Nice to meet you. Thank you, Michael.
Thank you both. We'll speak soon. And thank you tonight for those that have asked questions. I know we can't get to everyone, so I do apologize. We are back. Harry's back next week. So definitely try again next week. Or you can go online to psychictvinternational.com if you would like a reading. There are psychics available online. I'm about to jump on myself. So if you actually would like a reading with me, I'm about to jump onto the phone line. So you can definitely get a chance and opportunity to have a read with me as well. But anyway, thank you to everyone that has watched tonight. I hope you've at least gained something. If you didn't get a reading, maybe you've learned or felt or been inspired. Like I know I definitely have. As I said, Harry will be back next week. It is Valentine's Day next week. I just encourage everyone to not be discouraged. If you're single like me, go and celebrate yourself. Go celebrate self-love. Don't let the day, the hallmark day, ruin your mood or make you feel alone, because you're definitely not alone at all. You've got us. Got psychics that you can call at any time. But if you are single, go and spoil yourself. Stuff it. Why not? Enjoy your night, enjoy your week, and we'll see you next week, same time, same place. Thank you, everyone.